I want to ask about that mega tweet thread you sent
Oh,
about about MLB suing you and all this other junk. Like, what can
yeah.
you tell us about that? I've heard some things through the grapevine about that, but what the heck was
Yeah.
all that about? MLB suing Last Eyebar? What's going on?
Yeah, no, so yeah, they didn't sue us, but no, yeah, I saw the tweet from Cavill and I just was disgusted with that line in there that said this year we're going to be celebrating 55 years of Oakland history. And then looking at the murals and knowing what the
Dude, that
murals
was
mean to me.
such a bad mural. Dude, I could have done that on Photoshop. Like, I like literally, that was zero
It was
effort
no, no,
put into
no.
it. There was
All
no
those
effort.
pictures, you know, the painted mural behind home plate, the ramps, the two ramps
Mhm.
behind home plate.
Yeah,
If if you're
Yeah,
going back
the
up to the
championship
vending
plaza
room,
ones.
you guys all
Yeah,
know where the vending
yeah,
Yeah.
room is, right? You know, when you're
yeah, yeah.
going back up to the
yeah.
vending room.
Between the first and
Uh,
second deck. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. They just picked like, 1/3 of those photos. Those are all photos from that.
Just
They
green
didn't they didn't
background, A's logo
okay.
in there, boom, and that
Crazy
was it. Yeah,
tweet.
Yeah.
Dave Cavill says, "Oh, we're so excited to present this banner. We're going to be celebrating 50 years plus of
Yeah.
A's bullshit, blah, blah." Okay. So then
Yeah,
you
so
respond.
yeah, so I read that and instantly it struck a chord with me, and I'm like, nah, motherfucker. I'm like, and what we've been doing with Last Eyebar
Hang on, hang on,
24.
hang on. Brian did all of this without talking to me,
Oh yeah,
but I
dude.
fully support it.
Okay.
He was already like 8 tweets in before I figured out what the fuck he was doing, and I was like, well, whatever. Like, let him go.
Yeah, this was all me. I didn't consult with my boss. Um, and so yeah, I was like, that's it, dude. That's it. I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm letting this shit out. Like when the stuff went down with them, we took the high road and didn't mention anything because we were still doing stuff. Our commercial was still on the air, and it's like we were still going to the games and everything. So it was
We want
like,
to be good boys. We wanted to do stuff like this. Like we wanted to work with them. We
yeah,
were
yeah.
having
Dude,
fun
literally a year ago, like
making
or
cool
2 years
shit.
ago, right? Yeah, like
Yeah.
what was it? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna just pick a few. I'm gonna pick a few, and then just show them like, hey, you remember this? You remember this? Yeah, people don't know about this, but this is who you guys really are. You know what I mean? This is what you guys did with us. And so basically, what happened? We filed for federal trademarks so we could protect our business name, right? Baseball's Last Sidebar. So we went out, and so in the final 30 days of filing, MLB was notified because the word baseball is in our filing, and so it automatically lawyers get contacted from MLB. Hey, review this. Are you guys okay with this? We're about to sign these guys' federal trademark. And so a lawyer by the name of Chanel Latimer, shout out to Chanel. She
Yeah, she's
basically
great.
emailed us, and
She's
it was a
great.
long fucking email, and it basically said, we want to reach out to you. We have some concerns. So instantly I knew what it was. So did Paul. And so I emailed right away and said, yeah, we are totally open to talking, and we will work with you guys no matter what, and everything. So
Who does
turned
she
out
work for? Major League Baseball?
MLB. She's
MLB,
a
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
this is
lawyer
MLB
for
legal.
MLB, New
Okay,
York.
okay.
Yeah. So there's 3 additional lawyers that were on there as like viewers, but she was the one handling the case. And so basically we talked to her and everything, and she basically said, we saw your site, we saw who you were and what you guys do with your proceeds and everything that you are. And they went and looked at our Instagram and everything. And
Yep.
so they saw all the work we were doing. And like, so they reached out to A's Legal and say, hey, is this for real? Are these guys real? And A's Legal was like, oh yeah, we love them. Yeah, please work with them. So then she comes back and she's like, yeah, A's Legal wants to work with you guys. There was 8 designs,
He
right?
had a line in there somewhere where it was like, normally I just shut you guys down,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
people like you, so we're gonna work with you. Which we were
Exactly.
go.
Yeah. So
Fucking
the term,
All the
Yeah,
I,
so
I
the
assume
book,
I assume I assume "Give Me an A" was
that
numero
was one of them.
uno.
That was
Yeah.
one.
So that was,
Yeah.
We
I
really like this
remember
Hal
when
guy. We really like this Hal guy. Yeah.
I remember when you guys made that for me, and I was like, you just putting the A's logo in there, huh? Okay,
yeah.
all
So
right.
So in the paperwork, there was 8 designs, 7 of which were what they call trade dress, where it's not a direct trademark violation, but what it is being of who we are and how we market ourselves, and the context of the design that combined is a violation and suggests that you're basically making something too close to the official trademark and the official logos. There was one that was pictured that was a trademark violation. That was a Stephen Vogt design. And then there was other ones additionally that we were verbally discussing on the phone, going through the website together. So there was like 12 or 13 designs, right? Another one was a trademark violation. So every single one that they identified was ones that we were working on with the A's. Like
Every
one trademark,
every single one.
every single one of them, the direct trademark violation.
They used the "Give Me an A" on my
cardboard
cutout.
Yep.
On my cutout for
Yeah,
because I
and-
was all worried about that, and then all of a sudden I see they use it for the big cutout during COVID. They just plopped your fucking design on there. I was like, well, I guess they're okay with it.
Yeah, and so there was a bunch of stuff because we had such a close relationship with them, and we would do so much, like work with the broadcast team, both TV and radio, in-game stuff and everything like that. And so like
We had a direct line with Catherine Aker.
yeah, like we literally had a direct line with her, Parker Preston, and stuff like that. And
Yep.
so
And whenever
basically,
you call that phone call, this phone
yeah,
just starts
so
smelling like sulfur. Huh?
instantly, yeah, so instantly. So I came back. So we talked on the phone, obviously, and so I said, I want to bring something to your attention. This trademark violation, which is like that's it, you're shut down. This was commissioned and this was completely initiated by the Oakland A's. And so I had to show all the fucking communications with that and say, look, they're reaching out to us. They approved every step of the way, even had us make edits and had us do this. And look, here's pictures of it in the private like green room that they have on cupcakes and cakes and presents and all this shit. And
Dude,
that
so
street
slimy.
Design,
They're trying to turn it back on you guys.
that
so
street
slimy,
design. Dude, that street design, right? That was presented. So when the players walked into their hotel rooms, they had a gift basket from Last Bar of all these streak things, the T-shirt, and they all wore to their little event and everything like that. And we were invited.
You guys
to
were like
that-
their
that
marketing
pri-
department.
How
You
much
guys
do
were
the
like
A's
their
pay you
marketing
for that
department.
kind of stuff?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look back at it.
We did send
and
them an invoice, but the invoice was only for the physical things. Like we didn't charge them
Yeah,
for the design.
at cost. At
It was
cost.
at cost. Yeah.
And then the Ray Fosse. So in
that's
that
what got you
picture,
in
there's
trouble.
4. So
With
well,
MLB.
yeah. So in the picture, there's 4 yellow boxes. That was for fucking Ray Fosse, dead Ray Fosse's fucking widow and his family. And they had we did these metal print signs for him, and they got the whole like set of stuff of "We love you, Ray." And so like it's crazy. So and then I didn't even post this, but I got DMs from Catherine Aker saying, I reviewed your website. And this is before MLB. I reviewed your website. I love what you guys do. And I want to figure out how to get you in here selling and being featured as our community partner, selling your stuff. And so
They wanted you to
the
sell stuff
entire
at
time-
Howard Terminal.
well, no, at the Coliseum
Potentially.
already.
At the Coliseum.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the Coliseum, Howard Terminal was our like dream, but
It was all
yeah,
our dream, man.
they were trying. Yeah, they were. They really wanted us. Even when I ran into Cavill, like even Cavill's like, oh, we're trying to get you guys in here to get a booth.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, they
oh,
were coming to us.
Oh,
And so and so like
Here's a
even
trough
before-
tin.
So when MLB came after you, what did the A's do? Right? Did the A's just
Cut-
say
so-
no?
cut communication.
Sam-
They stopped talking to us.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so they did all this stuff, and so you'd think like, oh, don't worry, Catherine Aker's got our back, no problem. So you called up. When did it?
No,
what?
Catherine
what month?
Aker. Catherine Aker issued a death sentence. So internally, there was a memo sent to everybody: do not talk, speak, interact, mention anything Last Dive Bar.
When-
Period. They had physical signs posted up in the broadcast booth that said, "Do not show, mention, or talk Last Dive Bar." They basically like cease and desist everything Last Dive Bar. I had people on the radio telling me like, "What the fuck
Was
is this? What's going on?" And I'm showing them the email
They pulled
from
your
the
ad
fucking
and
MLB
everything,
saying we
yeah.
have
Was this-
we
Yep.
have hang on. We have instructed the Oakland A's to work with you. We love what you do. You're good for the A's. You're good for their brand. You're good for baseball. Twice they sent communications to the A's saying you need to work with Last Dive Bar. 0 communications. They didn't email us a single time. I emailed Catherine Aker once and said, look, they're telling you to work with us. What's going on? Nothing. The next time I saw them was at that bullshit thing they had at Jack London Square, the Spirit Week, and they didn't even
Like-
fucking look me in the eye like they never knew me. And just the year before, we worked their entire fucking bingo night. We did all of that shit. Not a single thank you, not a single social media mention. We created that fucking bingo night, and most of those out of the fucking 12 bingo nights we had, or I don't know how many we had, I'm fucking taking down the chairs and setting up the fucking cards and shit.
Yep.
And then I set my alarm because at 6:30 I got to run down and go set up a whole fucking theme night.
Yeah, days are
You know what I mean?
And you and me both, Brian.
And that thread is
me
nothing.
getting to the fucking going to
that
fucking
thread is nothing,
Shit,
bro.
man.
We had to delete over 400 posts. That's how much interaction we had with the A's and all these designs and they're not just
So
designs.
I want to be
campaigns.
clear. They shut off communication with you before they decided before they announced we're going to Vegas.
So they cut it off
Yes.
in
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
January, and they made the Vegas announcement in April. Basically,
See, guys, I think they knew. I think they knew.
I think
long
they may have
before
known. They may have
April.
known, but like we got when did we get contacted? Was that October or November by MLB? It was like October, wasn't it?
You should have
Yeah, something
known,
like
dude.
And then we had a deadline, and we beat that deadline
We
by like
crushed the
months.
deadline. Yeah.
And because we wanted the approval before the regular season started.
And we got
Um,
it. Yeah. And so we got
and we
it.
They're
got it.
jerks. They're
They're
fucking
jerks.
jerks.
They're
They're
jerks.
fucking
Yeah.
jerks. They're fucking jerks. Even if they knew that.
Yeah.
Even if they knew that. Why say no more contact?
Yo, it gets
Why?
so fucking deep, dude. It gets so deep in the weeds. You have no idea. So like Catherine thought what the fuck Brian.com was the same company as Last Bar and the same company as the 68s. Like she was so confused. So there's a key reason why all this shit happened. Travis LaDolce left the marketing and PR team. The minute he left, they were fucking clueless and had no idea the pulse of the fan base. They didn't know anybody because Catherine Aker was running the show with everybody she placed after. But Travis is amazing. 20 years working there, and he was an A's fan since he was a kid.
He's
right?
at the
He left
Giants
to go to
now.
the Giants
He's at the Giants
in 2019. So he left right when this shit was about to hit the wall, right? A lot of people left.
Dude, a
It
lot of
wasn't
people
COVID
left.
that
Yeah,
stopped.
dude, do you remember like
2019
do you
going
remember
into
Kyle Skinner?
2020.
Remember the
Guys,
Kyle
guys.
Skinner left.
He was so good.
Guys,
yeah.
you know what I
guys,
mean?
2019,
That was the end. That was the
2019,
end.
after 2019, post 2019, every single fucking game I'd have to go to the restaurant supply store to
Dude, you know how many
to just fill up my goddamn.
times-
Don't you guys have a
Like
meeting?
they just
Don't you
didn't
guys
give a
have meeting?
shit. They didn't give a
But you know-
shit.
Yeah. You know how many times I told Catherine Aker, if there's anything that we're doing that's not like, not like with the rules, let us know, text me, email us, anything. We'll change it. They knew how willing we were to do this because of how passionate we were with what we're doing. You know what I mean? And not once did she say shit. It was the MLB that fucking had to tell us and work with us to correct the things that they completely fucked up and led us astray.
I
You
mean,
know what I
like,
mean? Because
all
we
of
were
that
under
is
the impression we were
understandable.
doing the right thing. You know?
All that is understandable. Some lawyers aren't talking to other lawyers. They're out there in New York. Everybody doesn't have the time of day to, spend a bunch of hours telling the other lawyers out in New York, hey, these guys are cool. But the thing that just drives me up the wall is that when it happened, they didn't just say, oh, yeah. You guys are cool. You guys are cool. Catherine Aker didn't get on the phone with New York and say, no, they're cool. They're cool. They're cool. What she did was, for some reason, at the moment when, all that goodwill that you'd built up for years, came due, she just went the opposite way. And she said,
Yeah.
oh, the way that, you know what? I don't have time for this.
Dude,
I don't have
probably
time
came
to
from
deal with
Fisher.
this.
I
I
bet they
gotta
knew they
go
were going to
start. I
Vegas.
gotta go start meeting with, I gotta go start, flying to Las Vegas every weekend to meet with community organizations there to lie to their faces. I don't got time to lie to these jokers' faces anymore. So you know what? Just don't talk to them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was pretty hurtful. But you know what? So that tweet was just like, you know what, motherfuckers, fuck you. You guys fucked with us. You guys, were vindictive. You guys did what you did. So you know what? I'm gonna let a little bit of shit out. And don't worry, there's gonna be there's going to be stories and everything. We have people lined up that want to basically talk about all these things. We got receipts for motherfucking days. I got all the DMs. I got all the emails. I got all the text messages.